My name is Elizabeth Paulson, Elizabeth Paulson. I work at JEA, which is the municipality located in Jacksonville, Florida. We have uh, water, sewer, electric, and irrigation. I am the manager of strategic customer programs, and I primarily work with income constrained customers. I've been with JEA, I'm on my 11th year.
What are some challenges in energy assistance that you face in your organization specific to Florida?
The state of Florida's LIHEAP application only covers 5% of those that are eligible. That's a really startling bit of information. And a lot of it has to do with the fact, I believe, that the formula that was created many years ago does not account for what's happened with the climate. Heat
Hmm.
has become as important, if not more important, than cold weather assistance. Heat kills more people than cold weather does. We have a very large retired and elderly population living paycheck to paycheck and living on Social Security. We have many children in homes that are struggling, single parent families. In Jacksonville alone, over 40% of our population live paycheck to paycheck. Of course, LIHEAP typically assists those that are at 150% of the poverty level,
Hmm.
or I believe it's 60% of AMI. And that means of that 40%, it's nearly 16% of that that are would be eligible for assistance. The biggest issue we have for energy assistance too is that it's a funnel of sorts. It takes so long to get down into the actual pipeline of
Yeah.
assistance. And so we find it's frustrating for many people that don't have the patience or the resources, technological resources to be able to apply. And the agency that locally administers LIHEAP and energy assistance from a federal government standpoint, we break it down federal and local,
Hmm.
has struggled with uh, changes in the state of Florida. Many things happened within the last about a year ago where the department that administered the federal assistance was disbanded, and the people that worked on that were released. And so they brought back an old department, and it took so long for that particular well, first of all, no one communicated any of what was going on. So instead of seeing a clear path of what had happened, we were left with agencies that had to furlough their employees. The local agency only furloughed for a week, but we didn't have any assistance coming into our customers for about 4 to 6 months.
What are some strategies that you've developed in your organization that have proven successful to combat some of these challenges?
Energy efficiency to me is one of the greatest tools because financial assistance is only a band-aid. So we have focused on building partnerships that help advance energy retrofits. We've recently received through the city of Jacksonville a nearly $1 million grant through the DOE, and that is being realized with a series of partners that have formed to repair homes. They do the repair of the homes with their general contractors, and we in turn are the energy retrofit side of the house. It's taken a long time. The federal government is like molasses. It's taken a long time to pull this together because we've had to wait on legal to pull contracts together. But we're also required to report to the DOE, who's been very helpful. But now with this administration change coming up, we really, our funding is secure, but to carry on is going to take local assistance, local funding.
What are the most successful ways you have gotten the word out to communities who may not have known they were eligible for assistance?
We have to be careful because we can set ourselves up. If we tell communities that they're eligible and they can't get in, it's just going to cause frustration. So it's a delicate balance. We really rely on the agencies to publicize as much as possible. We have information on our website that takes people. So for instance, one of our the major agency that assists with LIHEAP has a appointment line, but they shut that line off very quickly after they've been filled. And if only 5% of the population gets assistance, you can imagine how the 95% feel. So we are very careful in spreading the news about LIHEAP. We have a wonderful partnership with the senior services for the city of Jacksonville. They administer the emergency heating and energy assistance program for the elderly. They are, we haven't gotten their new MOU because they overspent their last amount of money. So we've had a drought of that for about the last 6 months, but we anticipate that'll start up again. We have a very good relationship with them. They have a flyer put together. They come to events that we do. It always has to do with the leadership and who is running the show. And government tends to have many different layers. So it's difficult to get to the bottom of exactly who can turn the lever, who can make things happen.
Can you give some examples of your outreach process on the ground?
In 2015, the agency that administers LIHEAP approached JEA and asked if they could use our lobby to meet with seniors. It ended up turning into an event called Senior Day at JEA, which happened monthly. We worked with many additional agencies to help provide wraparound services, food, healthcare, turning seniors to Medicaid assistance program, the low income prescription subsidy program, helping them get signed up for SNAP, transportation, housing. We couldn't touch that. Housing is something that's much more complicated. But we brought many partners together, but the base of the entire Senior Day at JEA is utility bill assistance. And since we offer more than just electric, we have water, we brought in another agency that paid the water side of the house while LIHEAP took care of the energy side of the house. Well, the agency, then COVID hit and we had to shut down anything in person. We were serving about 45 to 60 seniors every month. We have statistics on how everything directly and indirectly affected those seniors. And it was so exciting. United Way 211 made the appointments. The agencies took care of working directly with the customers, the seniors. It was hot. COVID. We actually did not restart the event until April of 2024 because we moved to a new building. And we found out that our community action agency was not interested because they didn't have the capacity to send out a staff person for in-person. By the way, they still only meet virtually with seniors and with all of their LIHEAP candidates. So, this is their choice, but they didn't come to the party. So Senior Day's been going on again, and it's a one way that we can get energy assistance to seniors. They pay the bill if they can get an appointment. On top of that, we bring other resources to what we call a resource fair. Other agencies attend. So those that don't get an appointment are still able to get something. And everyone that comes goes home with a bag of food that comes from one of our local food pantries. So we are able to provide energy assistance. It's not us, we're the host. And we rely strictly on the agencies to help make their own appointments, communicate directly with with the seniors. And then we provide residual things like a beautiful facility, bathrooms, parking. And we also survey every single participant so that we know what the results are at the end. But we did a survey a long time ago on all of our customers on who would they have the most empathy for? And you would think it would be the single mother with the children at home, but no, it was people over 60 years of age. They cared more about the elderly. So that's really why we grabbed on to Senior Day. And of course, they're struggling with technology too. So we're thinking of adding to the new event some technology breakout sessions and offer. We have kiosks now where people can pay right at the kiosk. We have a mobile app that we've added. So we have partners such as AT&T that's interested in participating to talk about broadband. It's not free right now, but it is an important service.
What would you like to see more of in the energy assistance field slash is there any information that is not being researched that you think would benefit leaders in LIHEAP?
On a national level, I think there's amazing work going on. You come down to the state level though, and you've got a whole different labyrinth to get through. It is not easy to get your state to participate the way other states do. I would like to see a new formula come about that would take into account and be more fair as far as populations, temperatures. I don't believe that right now the amount of money that comes to the state of Florida reflects what's needed. Of course, it doesn't for anyone, but I think that it could be relooked at. And that's a real controversial issue. And JEA as a municipality has to stay in a very neutral swim lane for this. So we've kind of left the fighting for that reworking of that formula to other parts of our Florida, our other energy partners within the state of Florida. And you know, electrification, clean energy, all of these goals that one administration adopted and brought in, it just changes all the time. And it really, we look forward to LIWAP, the Low Income Water Assistance Program, household water assistance program, because last year we were able to administer that funding very simply by looking at categorically, we didn't do it, the state of Florida decided to look at categorically eligible categories. So people that were on SNAP received LIWAP. Why can't LIHEAP be administered that same way? I really think there's value in meeting with people one-on-one because you can basically assess other assistance that you could provide. I don't think that's happening, but I think that's what the intention was of that program. And there just are pockets that are being missed. So it's just, so that's it. I would like to see the formula reworked, and I would also like to see categorically eligible people receive the benefits.